What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel, the best place for acne advice from a nutritionist. My name is Anne from The Acne Activist and I post a new video every week. So if you'd like to be notified when a new video comes out, make sure to click the subscription button down below. In today's video I'm going to answer a frequently asked questions. Are the sugars in fruit unhealthy and do they make your acne worse? I'm going to cover all the scientific research that's out there and tell you exactly how it is. So if you want to know the answer, make sure to watch until the end of this video. We all know that sugar is bad, especially acne patients. They know that sugar can trigger inflammation and breakouts. So if we know that sugar can cause that, how about the natural source of fructose in fruit? Is it good to eat enough fruit, like we always hear, like eat your fruits, or should we limit our consumption, especially as acne patients? Let's find out. Research found that sugar are not just empty calories. It can damage your liver and cause other chronic diseases. So with industrial sugar, we mean like table sugar or high fructose corn syrup, which is often added to foods. So if it can lead to those diseases, how is that with the natural fructose, which we find in fruit? When we look at the research, only the industrial sugars seem to be a problem. The industrial sugars was linked to the liver toxicity and the natural sugars were not. The same with high blood pressure. Those who add a lot of sugars to their diet, not naturally found in fruit, do have a much higher blood pressure, and the people who got their sugars from fruit did not have a higher blood pressure at all. They also did this funny diet experiment where they had one group cut out all sugars, both added sugars and also fructose from fruit, just the natural sugars. And they had another group who cut out the added sugars from industrial sources, but they kept eating the fruit. So they were still getting their sugars and their fructose, but from a what we think is healthy source. And then they compared what happened. And what we saw was that the people who kept eating the fruit became healthier than the group who cut out all the sugars. So the bad effects are now related to the industrial sugar, not the fruit sugar. So what's the difference? When you eat a whole piece of fruit, of course there are other nutrients in it, like fiber and antioxidants, which can all play a role. So what about diabetics, for example? Because diabetics, they are encouraged to eat a diet that's high in natural fiber and also including fruit because of the fibers. But some health professionals have become concerned about it because of the sugar in the fruits. I think looking at diabetics is interesting because, of course, diabetics have a very high blood sugar and their insulin levels are not sufficient or able to make it lower. And in healthy people, insulin is also related to IGF-1, which is insulin growth factor 1, which is strongly correlated to inflammation and also to acne. So there's been done this research amongst diabetics where they were divided into two groups. One group, they were told to eat at minimum 2 fruits a day, and the other group, they were told to eat at most 2 fruits a day to see what happened to their blood sugars. And in the end, it didn't matter at all. Their blood sugars were mainly the same, so they concluded that there was no real reason to reduce your fruit intake as a diabetic. And in the latest emerging literature, it even seems that fruit has a positive effect on blood sugar. So it might be good for diabetics to eat, like for example, a piece of fruit with each meal. I think this is also interesting for acne patients because of the relation to IGF-1. So if you eat something that you know might raise your blood sugars, try to eat a piece of fruit with it. And it will lower slightly, of course, not completely, but it will slightly lower your blood sugars and therefore your IGF-1 release and therefore your inflammation. Okay, so that's all super interesting. But then, is there an upper limit to fruit? Can we eat like 10 pieces of fruit a day, 20 pieces? Where's the limit? Of course, this has also been tested. There were people in the research and they were told to eat 20 pieces of fruit a day. So basically eating fruit all the time. This has a lot of sugar, of course, in their whole diet. It is around 8 cans of soda a day. But still, in the end, they didn't find any negative consequences. Their blood sugar, their weight, their insulin levels, they all stayed the same. They even found a beneficial effect because their LDL, their bad cholesterol, dropped massively. So there doesn't seem to be an upper limit. We can eat all the fruit we want and still become healthier. Okay, next question. Is all the fruit okay, no matter how it is conserved? Because of course we can eat it fresh, we can eat it frozen, dried, or canned. So let's give you the quick answer. Fresh fruits, frozen foods, and dried foods are all amazing. You get all these benefits that I talked about when you eat a fruit that's conserved in this way. However, there is a caveat when it is canned, because in the lining of the can there is this chemical called BPA, which causes a lot of hormonal changes in your body and also like thickening of the arteries going up to your brain through your neck. And that seems to counterbalance the positive effects of the fruit. Also, another thing is that often in canned fruit there's syrup added or there's a lot of sugar. So that's also playing a role. But just the BPA alone seems to counterbalance the positive effects. So I would recommend you eat as much fruit as you like. The more the better. And eat them fresh, frozen, or dried. So far in this video, I've shared with you if fruit is healthy, if the sugars are good, and what the effects might be on acne. I do want to let you know that I make a video about acne every week, so if you like this video, please let me know in the comments and also subscribe to my channel so you never miss an update. And then I wish you a very good week and I see you next time.